Welcome to Tansi Tourism Solutions. We love working with our PMO and DMO partners to inspire visitors to come and explore your region. We also work with small tourism businesses to help them find the best path forward. I hope you do enjoy the next few clips that'll give you some ideas of what we can do for you.
Wow, these views. Just a 7.5 minute ride from the bottom to the top of the Jasper Skytram to take in views of the largest park and UNESCO Canadian Rockies World Heritage Site. There are panoramic views of 6 mountain ranges, and on a clear day, actually like today, we can actually see Mount Robson all the way in British Columbia. We're hoping that we get lucky and we see some more wildlife up here. We'll be looking for ptarmigan, marmots, and even some big-horned sheep. Welcome to Old Strathcona here in Edmonton. You've just taken a look at one of my favorite murals. The colors are spectacular, and of course I'm always drawn to color. It makes me happy. I'm going to talk a little bit about why Edmonton is such an amazing city. So first of all, it has this incredible booming food scene. The chefs here are young and adventurous and have all kinds of wonderful menus that are really creative. Edmonton is also known as the city of festivals. There's over 50 festivals, from wine to even a mural festival, children's festival. There's all kinds of things to do all year round. Now, Lea Lumina, Valley of the Lights. Here we are in a magical forest surrounded by lights and colors, incredible music, a great experience for anyone of any age coming to Whistler looking for something a little bit off the beaten path. Special thanks to Wild Current Outfitters. We're on Pyramid Lake doing a canoe trip. Behind me here is Pyramid Mountain as well. This is an incredible experience being out in the water. We're searching for wildlife. We are having a wonderful treat. Look at this lovely spread that they put out for us, and this is what all of your guests will enjoy as well. And this program ends fairly soon because it's now fall, but they do have a winter program as well where you can go snowshoeing on the lake, and then they'll be back to canoeing early in the spring.
Can you believe I'm saying positive impacts of COVID? But it's true. There are listed below are 6 ways that travel will change after the pandemic. And this is according to National Geographic, actually. So these are the things that we need to consider when we're creating product or adapting our existing product. Sustainability will be a driving force. So travelers will take the role of being concerned citizens. They want to leave things better than the way they found it, and they expect the same from you as a supplier. Our journeys will become more inclusive. So nowadays, for the first time ever, tourism companies are actually taking into consideration what it might be like for someone who, let's say, is transgender visiting a restaurant and having to determine which washroom they're going to use, or for plus size people or sight impaired people who really want to experience products, activities. And now tourism businesses are actually taking that into consideration and thinking about that and becoming more inclusive. And if you haven't thought about that before, maybe it's time to start thinking that way, a little more open-mindedly. The way small communities will play a bigger role. We want to address this because it means that we have to diversify from mass tourism and really focus on some of the smaller communities that really need our support moving forward. We'll be seeking quality over quantity. So you've heard the term bucket list, and now people are becoming more selective with their bucket list. They've had time to think about it. Now they think, well, if I could, we've all asked ourselves this question, if I could travel anywhere right now during the pandemic, where would I go? So we've really zoned in, we've had time to zone in where we want to go and what we want those experiences to be. So travelers are a little bit more selective that way. And the road trip is going to kick into high gear. And this is really good news for the Yukon because many of your visitors definitely come to the Yukon as a road trip. So you may see increases from Alberta, BC, and beyond. And planning trips will become joyful again. Mental health is so important, and travel is such a huge part of that. So you'll see people really, this is going to be such an important part of their lives moving forward as they plan their travel. So there is some positive things. People have really started to think and be more thoughtful about the process as they travel. So we've got to be aware of those things. Let's talk about our agenda. Okay, so there's lots of things I'm going to talk about today. And for those of you who've been on presentations with us before or have been in the business for a really long time, some of this will be pretty basic and you might know all this, but every once in a while, it might remind you or reignite a flame in you or make you think about something you hadn't thought about for a long time. Because many businesses did pivot during COVID and did make some changes. But through that adversity, some people froze, some people waited, and now is the time for you to start becoming more proactive. So let's talk about the different stages of product development. So we're going to look at a platform called Ansoff's Matrix. We'll get into that in a minute. Responding to the needs of the changing marketplace. I'm just going to move my screen over here.